Hey everyone, Chris here. Welcome back to Woodmere Estate Revival. We've had a busy weekend. We've had my brother and my dad on site helping a lot with the heavy furniture and appliances. We've had Amber here working, sorting through the belongings and cleaning up. We've gotten a lot done, so let me give you a quick tour of the house to catch you up on everything that we've gotten taken care of this weekend. I'm standing in the master bedroom right now, and let me walk back into the master bath and the walk-in closet and the dressing room area. We got all the carpet out of this room. As you can see, we're just down to a few scraps of carpet padding and some dirt on the floor. You can see how much dirt was trapped in that carpet. It was pretty nasty, but thankfully we were able to pull all that out. We pulled the carpet out of this area, the bathroom. Again, I don't know why you would ever have carpet in a bathroom. You're just asking for trouble. So we got that taken care of, hauled down to the dumpster, and let me walk back across the house here. We also cleaned out the last of the furniture from this back bedroom. So now we're down to just a few little odds and ends and piles of trash here, but we got the rest of this furniture and stuff cleaned out, so now we're ready to get this room going. And then walking down the hall here, you can see that we got the carpet out of the red bedroom as well. So that's it. That's it for the carpet. Really glad to have that out. Really helped to cut down on some of the stink in the house. Unfortunately, so much of the carpet had gotten wet, and that led to mold and mildew and everything else. It was really nasty. Here in the formal living room, we got the last of the furniture out. Except for this chair here, we're planning on recovering that and using that somewhere in the house. We got the last of the furniture out. We got the piano out of the office. We got that big shelving unit out of the office. Got the carpet and the padding off the floor. I've got a piece of wood laying across the floor there just to make sure somebody doesn't fall through it. It's really soft in that spot. Walking into the foyer now and looking back into the dining room, you can see this wall is now completely gone. We got all the studs out, the wiring disconnected. We're going to have to pull those cabinets and the washer and dryer out at some point so that we can go ahead and begin to make that one continuous space, one enlarged dining room area. Take a peek into the hall closet here. You can see there's nothing left in here. We had to climb in there yesterday and haul out a lot of old wallpaper, and underneath the stairs you see there's a little door there. That's where all the luggage was kept. All that stuff was still in there, had to get that out. And we finally found access to the crawl space. Turns out there's a hatch right here in the hall closet, so that's how you can get down into the crawl space. Got my first peek under there, and unfortunately it looks like some plumbing has been leaking for a while because there's ponding water in the crawl space. That was a nice surprise. And mosquitoes. Here we are in almost in December, and we've got mosquitoes in the house because they're having a field day in the water under the house. So Operation 1 is going to be get that plumbing leak fixed. We think we've localized it to underneath the kitchen. I think it's the kitchen sink that's been leaking. And I'm going to get some fans going today to begin to force air into the crawl space and out through the crawl space vents to get that water dried out, because that's not good for anything. Mosquitoes, mildew, the works. So in the living room, we've continued to get things boxed up. You can see there's a lot of stuff missing now. Amber has been working her hind end off, boxing all these items up and sorting. And then in the kitchen, you can see the giant refrigerator is gone. That thing was a beast. We ended up having to cut the doors off of it and haul it out through the sliding glass door. It was extremely heavy. Great big KitchenAid unit. It was a built-in unit, extra tall, had the compressor on top, so it was top heavy. I mean, it was a real delight to move, but thankfully with my dad and my brother here, we were able to get that thing hauled out without getting anybody hurt. And lastly, in the garage, we were able to clean out the last of the junk here. We're starting to use this area now to stage some furniture and some other belongings. Got my little lawn tractor in here, but it now smells a lot better in here. No longer smells like rotten food, and we're able to get all the trash and everything out into the dumpsters. Speaking of dumpsters, we have now completely filled dumpster number 2, and dumpster number 3 is well on its way to being full. So it's been a great week for NAIS. That's the company we use for dumpster service. They're happy to have us as customers. And dumpster number 3 is certainly not going to be the last one that we have on this project. Once we begin to do the demolition for the renovation and expansion of the house, I'm sure we'll fill up several more. So there's number 3. almost completely full, and number 2 sitting over there with the door closed. We've got it pretty well topped off. Over here is Appliance Alley. This is all the stuff that we pulled out of the house that we've got to get the city of Charleston to haul off. They take care of anything with refrigerant in it, thankfully, so I got to call them and let them know that we have these things. Before I can do that, though, I got to actually get it down to the curb, so I'll be using the tractor to load those up and haul them down to the curb and stage them for the city to come by and pick up. Hopefully they have a truck with the lift gates, because these things are heavy. But we've got the great big KitchenAid refrigerator that was in the kitchen, and then we've got one refrigerator here. This was the one that was full of all sorts of disgusting stuff. It had failed at some point and all the food had rotted. And that was the one that I had to clean out with a shovel. And we've got an old water heater, an upright freezer, another refrigerator, had a bunch of food in there that was at least 3 years old, a couple of old window air conditioners, the doors off of the KitchenAid refrigerator, a old cook stove, and a satellite dish. So we are loaded for bear here. We'll be hauling all this stuff off and getting the last of this junk hauled to the curb so the city can come by and pick it up. So lots of progress made over the weekend. Today we're going to continue to finish up packing up the last of the belongings. Like I said, I'm going to be working on getting some air into the crawl space to help start getting that dried out. I was able to get that little 2-cycle pool pump working, so I'm going to be able to drop the water level in the pool a little bit so we can begin to check out the strainer baskets and the plumbing on the pool. And this thing just keeps on going and going. So it's the running joke between Amber and I. We look at each other and say, what do you want to do today? And, you know, it's just, you look around and you see so much that needs to be done, and it's really hard sometimes to prioritize which part of the project we want to work on. But ultimately, we're still just working on cleanup, trying to get everything out of the way so that the contractors can come in and finalize their estimates on the project and get all that stuff taken care of. We're hoping to get those guys in here next week to begin to finalize estimates, and then hopefully a week after that we'll actually get some guys on site to begin to do some of the work to the house. So it's going to be an exciting ride. Hang in there. We'll keep posting updates. We're glad to have you here at Woodmere State Revival. This is going to be a long project, so we're looking forward to keeping this channel going and keeping you guys apprised of all the latest and greatest here on the project. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Thanks.